My name is Rammzy. Online I'm known as Rammzy, and that's at Rammzy, RAMZY_. And I'm a content creator, digital marketer, and I have a YouTube channel where I just talk about parenting and show guys cool things to do. Fatherhood for me is, it's exciting. Of course with its challenges, but for the most part, it's very exciting. There's a connection that you have with your kids that you cannot have with anyone else. And then there's a level and amount of trust that your kids give you when you're a dad, and the way they hug you and the way they look at you, it's very genuine, and it's very hard to explain to someone seeing love at that level, that a kid just throws themselves at you. And you know, that's the fatherhood. I can say, to sum it up, is very humbling. My role as a dad and what I bring into my kids' lives mostly is having a relationship. I think a lot of times in our society, especially the African setup, is when you're the father, you're just supposed to be, you're almost like a ceremonial figure. So sometimes your kids just see you, I would hate to have a situation where my kids grow up and they remember me as the disciplinarian only, or somebody who used to be in the living room reading newspapers every morning, and I'm just a source of pocket money. So I want to have like an actual relationship with my kids. I think it's one of the biggest reasons why now I'm trying to work out, so that when my son is a bit older, like 5 years old, instead of me watching him play football, I can actually play football with him. So I want to be involved in their lives and have that relationship. I've learned more about being a father from my mom than I have from my dad, because my mother was my father, and my mother was also my mother, so I had to love her twice. And there's something about learning about how to be a man from a woman. There are things, of course, a man will teach you that a woman will never teach you, but then there's also things women can give to their sons that no man will ever give them. So of course, she won't teach you what a good man is in her capacity as a woman, but if she tells you this is how not to be a man, as long as you keep away from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it actually helps you become a better man. My fear when my son was still in the belly was, will I be able to provide for him and give him the best? Then when he was here, it became, okay, what type of relationship am I going to have with him? And am I going to raise a healthy baby? Am I going to make sure that I give him everything that he needs in order to become the man? Possibly I would like my son to be an upgrade of what I am. So it's never, I'd like my son to be like me. I want him to be better than me, and then I want his son to be better than him, so that at the end of the day, when I look back into what I've created as a legacy, I'm very proud. My greatest role as a father is being a mentor. My greatest role will be to teach them how to respect each other, and also how to amplify that towards other people, and also know what's good for them, know what's bad for them, and also to never be afraid of speaking up, because I'm only here because when things were wrong and when things I didn't like, when things were going in a certain way, I always used to speak up. So I just want to teach them how not to ever be afraid of expressing themselves. Kenyans' perception of fathers' roles in our family being like, it's a general perception. It's not really what is out there. I'm sure there's guys who approach fatherhood differently, but more than being a provider, I think a lot of more men need to have a relationship with their children. When I say relationship, it's, you know, if you're in a position to play with your kids just as much as you can help them with their homework, do it.